Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and here we have a great article from Eli Blumenthal over at CNET. I will leave it in the description down below so you guys could check it out. So, most of you now on the channel should be aware of the T-Mobile and Mint Mobile acquisition. So, what I wanted to I wanted to take a different approach on this video, more speculation, maybe reading between the lines, as they say. So the title here that you can see on screen: T-Mobile is buying Mint Mobile in potential 1.35 billion deal. It's set to close at the end of the year, but the amount that it says in potential is not yet set. But regardless, if it's a little less, a little more, T-Mobile is paying a top premium for Mint Mobile. So you might be questioning, well, why is T-Mobile paying a top premium for an MVNO? They already have T-Mobile Connect. They already have Metro by T-Mobile. Why would they turn around and spend top dollar on an MVNO? So there's some stuff going around that, the owner economics kick in for both sides, which is true, right? T-Mobile is now going to make 100% of that revenue. T-Mobile is likely going to be able to sell fixed wireless access now to the Mint Mobile base, so there's more upsell opportunity there too. But what I wanted to look at is the direct to consumer. I wanted to look at that a little more closer, and that's where the speculation comes in. Direct to consumer, Mint Mobile is the best in class company when it comes to direct consumer. So for those of you who don't know what direct to consumer is, it cuts out retail. There's no retail. It's all online, direct to the consumer. And with the little that Mint Mobile had to work with, they have made it as scalable as they possibly could. I think they believe they have hit peak. They have hit its peak. They're at between 2 to 3 million customers now, and it's really hard for them to scale beyond that, right? Because it takes more money, and as an MVNO, it's very hard to push marketing to the scale needed to really grow and scale that brand. And that's where they think T-Mobile can come in and really take that up another notch into a whole nother level. And I agree with that, because in some cases that's really what's needed, right? It looks like Mint Mobile had to take a lot of their net profits and they had to reinvest that back into marketing just to get the little bit of marketing that we've seen, right? We see the digital marketing on YouTube. You see them on TV every now and then, but then when it comes to the big sporting events, just the bigger stuff, you don't really see them because it's expensive. It's just too expensive for them to pursue to reach that type of scale, and that's what T-Mobile can help out with. But from a speculation point of view, right? Why is T-Mobile getting into that so heavily, right? Like I mentioned, paying top dollar for Mint Mobile when you have all these other prepaid brands already. Well, you got to be in business. They say you got to be somewhat of a visionary. You got to be able to see the future. And I would say myself, and I think T-Mobile sees that too, by paying the top dollar that they're paying, direct to consumer seems to be the future. Now, again, this is where I'm speculating, so don't take this out of context or take any of this official. But Metro by T-Mobile is not direct to consumer. They are retail based, and T-Mobile has been recently trimming down the dealers. If you guys saw those videos that I made on that, and there's been articles floating around, they're cutting back on dealers quite drastically. So, in the future, again, I'm speculating here. In the future, could we see a potential where the Metro by T-Mobile base gets, transitioned and migrated into the Mint Mobile base to really push that direct to consumer. It's possible. It's very possible if you read between the lines, because it will cut so much cost from the business, not running retail anymore. And if the platform, the Mint Mobile platform, continues to scale at an even bigger rate, potentially with T-Mobile now, behind them, then, the possibilities are endless here for Mint Mobile. And especially as that platform, the direct to consumer platform is flawless, so to speak. It works great. And now with eSIM playing an even bigger role, I mean, the opportunities are there to really push that direct to consumer platform. And that, and them even taking that potentially to the postpaid side as well, to where you don't, as a consumer, you don't have to go to a retail location at all anymore, and make that direct to consumer as flawless for the consumer and as smooth as you possibly can. And I think this is the start to that happening. In the next, 3 to 5 years, I could see that direct to consumer really scaling. And I think T-Mobile sees that too. If you look at their recent changes to the retail side, they're closing signature stores. They said there are some other changes coming to retail. I've heard dealers are going away. And that's already been made public by T-Mobile that they're making these changes. So that has to lead to something. You don't just make those types of drastic changes and it goes unnoticed. It doesn't go unnoticed. You notice this. We've noticed it on the videos, talking about it on the channel. And now you're seeing T-Mobile buying the leader, the best selling or the best platform when it comes to direct to consumer. So again, I'm just speculating here, but what if this is the sign that T-Mobile is getting ready to phase out Metro by T-Mobile in favor of the direct to consumer concept, right? I think it's a big deal. If you really think about it and look between the lines, again, nothing official. I'm just speculating, Speculating is good. It's fun. But what if they're phasing out Metro by T-Mobile in favor of Mint Mobile's direct to consumer? It'll cut out so much money from the business, right? You no longer have to staff people. You no longer have to fund retail, pay for retail. That, the brick and mortar gets closed down. Saves a lot of money, right? It saves a lot of money across the board if you can perfect direct to consumer. And, as Mint Mobile being a smaller player, less money, and they've already taken that direct to consumer platform, to where they've taken it. Can you imagine where they can take it now with the backing of T-Mobile? I mean, that platform should be flawless by the time they scale and get bigger. So just some of my thoughts, just speculating here. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, T-Mobile now has a bunch of brands. If you think about T-Mobile Connect, Ultra Mobile, Plum, Metro by T-Mobile. So, consolidating them into one business, I think that would make a lot of sense in the future, especially as digital direct to consumer plays a bigger role in our society. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. Like, share, subscribe. Follow the social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.